Clock has started. Roger.
And the message doesn't really sink in that, hey, you have like 40 cavities.
With your brain right now, imagine a breakfast corn dog.
Welcome to the Good Stuff Morning Show. Here are your hosts, Kyle and Tammy.
Good morning, Kenneth.
I woke up.
Oh gosh, I've been trying for so long. Every day I sit here in this podcast waiting
I've
to
been
be
sleeping
released.
for so long.
Is it good? I mean, were you catching up? What was,
Oh yeah,
tired? Just really tired.
I had a 12-day dream.
We're gonna tell you all about it right now. No,
Minute by minute.
I would be. Yes, I'd be okay with that. If dreams were 12 days long, then you could at least, it would be more like a mini series. Like you could have seasons, it would be at least some kind of connective tissue that would bridge the gap between seasons 1 and the rest,
One and the rest. Okay.
Yeah.
No, actually, Kyle, I was doing a theater.
Nobody cares.
Oh,
No. Nobody cares.
I was going to tell you.
No one knows that we were gone. No one knows that you were missing, that I was missing. How about this? It was my fault. I was busy doing other things. Kyle, like he said, he kept showing up to the recording times. Yeah.
I just never did. No warnings. No.
I hope the listeners appreciate though that I didn't record an episode by myself, and to make it so boring for them.
Oh, that's so humble of you, Kyle.
That they were, I made sure I wanted to, for you, the listener, I wanted to make sure that you were happy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a hot dog.
Yeah. You're just eating hot dogs for 2.5 weeks. All alone.
In the last couple weeks, we've been on this tear where, for whatever reason, we end up with one hot dog bun after we've finished the hot dog pack.
I thought we covered this topic before.
We did, and there's still no agreement. I'm still stuck with the one hot dog bun. Why? I
think what you should actually do here is you should parse through the buns before you even make any of the hot dogs or sausages.
Can I do
and select
anything?
select the top tier ones, and then leave that one that just doesn't like break apart very well, or the one that doesn't have the seam or it doesn't have the cut very well, and just toss it or make toast and eat it. Eat it otherwise. So that then you can guarantee that you have the top tier buns out of the bun bag.
Oh, I got the top tier buns. Also, hot dog buns in the cupboard that I got it. We have like this garage door. Mm-hmm. Cupboard.
Isn't it spelled cupboard?
It yes.
We suck at speaking English. And when I say it's really just the royal we, because I can't talk right now.
It's just the two of us. What could I do with the bun that would be innovative in a way that's just not a toast,
like
right?
Hot dog adjacent? A sandwich?
No.
You can do a sandwich?
There's not enough space for a sandwich.
Oh, you could make enough space. Come on. Oh, you could do like a salami and cheese or something.
Again, that's not very helpful. I need to both have salami and or cheese on inside the refrigerator.
Like a charcuterie bun.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Now,
I do.
You know, I opened up that Pandora's box for you. Now you're like, wait a second.
So you're
that's
saying
a good idea.
in order, but I think what you're implying is that I need to take each and every salami and roll it and reconstruct the salami into it what it once was. I take the sliced salami and I put it together like a puzzle.
Oh no,
and then
it looks like a pig.
It becomes the long salami that it once was. And once I put all the pieces together, the seams now disappear and it becomes one large hard salami inside a hot dog bun.
It's like trying to
I have to eat
recreate
that.
It's like trying to recreate a page that you've shredded and you put all the shredded pieces back together.
Exactly. And just like it happens in CSI, you put all the pieces next to each other and then it magically just like smash cut to it looks like one page now and it's totally put together. But it's a sausage.
Isn't there a show called CSI Vegas? Which is like isn't that redundant because the original CSI was in Las Vegas?
Yes, except it's the same characters, the same story. It is a continuation. I have watched the episodes. Don't at me.
It's the same characters? Didn't they swap between like Ted Danson and stuff?
Oh, gone. No, gone.
Okay, and who was now the savant? Who is now the genius of the CSI department?
Well, do we really want to get into this? I really don't feel like this is productive for most people.
Why don't we just take a quiz to find out how old we are based on our soup tastes?
It is soup season, in fact.
Soup season.
You'll get caught up in
I shouldn't take a drink of beer when Kyle does that. It splattered on my glasses.
The
Lord.
I was look.
Okay.
Spooky season.
No, was soupy season.
True. But I featured spooky season on this podcast in late July.
Uh-huh.
Get into the game, people, because this is soupy season. And that's right. And we're going to find out how old you are based on your soup tastes.
Just me?
Correct.
Okay, perfect.
If you could pick, and should I show you the photos or should I just describe them?
I already clicked on the link.
Great.
So I can see all the photos.
Yeah, I get that. That's the okay.
I won't scroll too far.
If you could only pick one soup to eat forever, what would it be?
Ooh. Okay.
Cheesy French onion.
Ugh.
Classic tomato soup. A fancy this sound commentary's not helping. A fancy lobster bisque. Anything from a can.
Okay. If I had to eat one soup, only one soup. Now, is this my only meal or is it the only soup I can have? It's a very important distinction to make.
One soup to eat forever.
Okay, so if I ever ordered soup and breadsticks, this is the one.
They say, let me go check your
name is Kenny. Is that correct?
I'm going to.
Okay, now have this for the rest of your life. It's the lobster bisque, by the way.
Is the lobster bisque?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go anything from a can.
What?
Because the diversity here.
I mean, that's kind of open, I suppose. Not the can,
that's right.
But the opportunity.
Would that make a bunch of garbanzos in bean water a soup?
Yes. It would just make sliced olives.
All sliced, pickled jalapenos.
It's just coconut milk.
Only.
Oh my God.
I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
All right, so you're playing along. You're clicking the thing and
yeah,
you're selecting your own.
So that I can do my own thing. Yes.
Wonderful. What's your go-to cooking method? Instapot, slow cooker for soup. It is implicit in this. Instapot, slow cooker, Dutch oven, microwave. Microwave. Excuse me.
Microwave. Chef Mike. No. I'm going to go Dutch oven. Because I've done a lot of Dutch oven soups and chilies. That's so good.
I guess I will as well. We'll select that one.
Okay.
You just whipped up a batch of soup. What's your topping or dipper?
Ooh, okay, that's important.
So you just made that soup.
Mm-hmm.
Shredded cheese,
Okay.
a crusty baguette, a sprinkling of fresh herbs, grilled cheese.
Oh man. Grilled cheese only goes with one soup. Maybe two soups.
Incorrect.
You think grilled
Every
cheese
soup.
goes with
Ramen, grilled cheese. Broccoli cheddar, grilled cheese.
miso? Grilled
Miso,
cheese.
grilled cheese.
I'm gonna go crusty baguette.
Okay. All right.
Crusty. A crusty baguette.
How long did you wait to take the first slurp? Do you still practice the ice cube method?
Who does that?
You still do.
This picture makes me want to throw up.
It's nice cold soup.
Why?
I'll just blow on my spoon a few times. I let it cool a bit while I finish my salad or bread. Wait. A burnt mouth is fine by me.
Yeah, I think I'm the second one. I'm just gonna blow on my spoon a few times. Like that.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely same.
Yeah. The person that we grew up with, our father would say, "Wait, what? You have taste buds? Huh? What? No. Fire in my mouth.
Just burn it.
Yeah.
Just burn them down.
Exactly.
What is the best soup season? Spring, fall, winter, or soup knows no season? What in the world? Where's the summer?
I mean, you can't put summer on there.
Why?
Because there's only 4 options, and
That's right.
Correct
Choose
answer,
one.
The correct
Choose
answer is
one.
soup knows no season. I'll eat soup in the summer. Come on.
I think I'm gonna go straight into soupy season is fall.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay,
I'm gonna
now
do
what?
it. Now you need to enter your email.
Oh my God. What? Does it email
If
me my score?
Listen. Yes. If I do this, you must do this.
Okay, fine.
So we're now both going to end up
I don't want to receive any more content, please.
on the allrecipes.com content wheel.
I clicked enter and I know how old I am now. You first, by the way. You introduced this quiz to us.
Well, I gotta put my beverage down. I'm 13 years old.
No beer for you, Kyle.
Let's see
13?
what here's what Garco says.
Oh, I don't hear that.
No one's getting it.
No one's gonna
getting
hear
it.
it.
Okay, all right. It's in my ears though. It's really loud and
Garco, shut up.
it's really loud in my ears, and for whatever reason I can't. No one is able to hear that right now. How old are you?
I'm 35. I'm really close to my actual age.
You are me.
It tells
Wow.
me that I appreciate the time and effort it takes to make a home cooked meal. Go all out for family and friends with this from scratch soup. I'm not going to click the link. No thanks to all the recipes. Goodbye. Click. You have my email. Email me the recipe.
Well,
You're 13 because of those grilled cheese sandwiches, for sure.
that's not fair.
Quick and easy is your MO. You can't beat the convenience of canned soup. But if you don't want to pop one open, This recipe is just as simple.
What's wrong with Garco? Garco's taking a deep breath to talk about it.
He's taking a little while to warm up. It's been a while since he's been on the podcast. So
it's been a while.
Zesty tomato soup for one. Wow. That's
You're 13,
the recipe.
Who cares? You're not going on a date. Especially not with a Bavarian pretzel.
The soup date. All right, look. Fine. You know what? I'm just young. I'm young at heart.
13-year-olds, I don't know if they should be using a Dutch oven on an open flame. 13?
Come on, no. Dutch oven. I'm going to cut myself probably in the can more than I would anything else, right?
Okay, fine.
Trying to open that.
Yeah, because you did select anything from a can. That also definitely assisted with the 13-year-old selection.
Yeah, and I did well. Rodericks and can openers just don't mix well, as we've all learned on Twitter. So I'm just gonna leave that one alone.
These are today's headlines. Hey,
we missed like a big chunk of
we missed a really big thing that
Apple was like, hey, you guys are gone. Guess what? We're gonna drop one of the biggest laptops in this generation. Thank you, me. So, like I said, Apple dropped the next version of the MacBook Pro, and they're using Apple Silicon, and it's the M1 Pro and the M1 Max, and you can kind of select between the two. The M1 Max is the premier one for like super high-end stuff, and it seems to be quite possibly the best chip that's ever been made.
Finally.
Yes, this is definitely like satiating all of the pros out there that were like, the last 4 years of MacBook Pros have not been pro. They have not been for the professional workload. They have not been really built for people who are on the go, but also need that, you know.
I'm imagining you just opening up a laptop and saying, "Look, I can't wait. I'm sorry." This keyboard.
I need a toilet. Oh, Kyle. Oh man. When I laugh this much, I cry. Mm-hmm. Oh man.
Oh, you missed me. Oh.
That was so perfectly timed. Anyway, now I can't. I took my glasses off. Now I can't read any of the.
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Maybe with your glasses off, you won't notice the gigantic notch at the top of the screen.
Okay,
that's
you know what?
Just for the cameras.
So that was a rumor that a couple leaks in the week leading up to this announcement, and I didn't believe it. I was like, a notch? Nope. Really? No
way.
One's gonna like that. No one's gonna like that. And then they revealed it, and it's like,
holy cow!
That is a non-Face ID notch. And I thought, that's the biggest mistake. Literally everything else is perfect for the design, for what they're going for. But the notch is such a like it feels like a mistake that they made. And then I started seeing some of the reviews that were coming out, and the people were saying that the notch is it's necessary because of how thin the bezels are now at the top, And
No
you do
way.
hold
Come
on. You do want the 1080p front-facing camera that they've now put on the M1 Mac, or the iMac, I should say.
Who cares?
I mean, yeah. Do you care about a top bezel? Do you?
No.
So
No,
you would have said
I do not care.
Notch level
no.
all the way across the top.
I could not care less about a laptop's screen. I do not care at all.
Right. I think the biggest misstep is not putting Face ID. I think if they just would have figured out a way, like, I feel like you can't have one without the other. And they did, and they went with that way. I don't know.
When you take a biometric tact on one device and then you bring it to the iPad and you put it on that device, what in the world are you doing not bringing it to your most premium, most pro level device and keeping where the power button? I don't even know how to turn that thing off. I've never had one with one of the little Touch ID things.
Anyway,
it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. It's fine. I'm sure it's great. I'm sure the performance is good. It's just the thing you're gonna have to look at constantly.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm waiting for the onslaught of apps that help hide the thing and just add a top bezel to the whole operating system,
right,
and make it just get it out of there. Make it look just like the old laptops used to look.
Some people have speculated that the reason that there's a notch, or I should say, the decision to put a notch in there without Face ID is that this is like an iterative process for them to introduce the notch now, so that people kind of get, I don't want to say numb to it, but like they get used to the feature that there's a webcam up there, but then you kind of have the rest of it as a very thin bezeled screen. And then next year's model, or whatever the next model of the MacBook Pro, then either includes Face ID or like a whole new tech that they are introducing, like 4K front video. And the reason
I'm sure the screen looks great as well. It's just wild to me that you would make it look that way. And I've seen screenshots too. The bar at the top it's not the same height.
I know.
As it's like so it doesn't.
It's running a different version of
across
Mac
all
OS.
the way. I cannot believe it. It just does not. It does not fit. The other thing that I definitely wouldn't be able to unsee is the fact that the top bezels have little curves on them and the bottom ones don't. Are you kidding?
Which is the opposite.
Just put the tiniest curve.
Which is the opposite of what my iMac does now. Is that I run an app in the background that curves the bottom corners to wrap and cut off the little rounded edges, or the sharp edges, because the bottom windows, or the bottom of the windows in Mac OS, are already curved. So I'm just gonna cut those off. But then the taskbar isn't. It's sharp. What? It's backwards now.
Now it's backwards. Yep. It's cool. It's really good.
Anyway, if you want to throw down $7,000 on the maxed out MacBook Pro Max M1, can't understand how to say any of these correctly, toilet. Yeah, this is for you. And if you want just a regular kind of laptop that runs Mac OS, just get the M1 MacBook Air, or wait like 3 months and they'll release an M2 MacBook Air. There you go.
Could I have the Taco Bell instead, please?
Or just spend, order 140,000 tacos and it's the same price. I'm going to move on to this next one, Kyle. Disney's Marvel Cruise is a thing. Number one, don't go on cruises. At least maybe for a little bit. I don't know. I don't feel like cruises are safe yet. Is that just me?
Nah, it's a boat. It's a boat. It's a big boat.
Yeah, I get it. It's a big boat. Have you been on a cruise, Kyle?
Nope.
Okay. Well, maybe you should go on this one because this one will have like a very unique experience for you. And Disney cruises already are fantastic from what I hear. This sea experience, compared to living in a hotel where everything looks and everyone pretends like they're part of the Star Wars galaxy, which is what you would do at Disney World. This is like, this is actually kind of just an experience that's like a restaurant, like a themed restaurant, but then ship wide.
Oh, no. Okay.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, I'm gonna watch the video. Should we watch the video?
Let's watch the video, and you can kind of get a full a glance at what they're promising on the Disney cruise. This is the Avengers Quantum Encounter aboard Disney Cruise.
Here's a first look at Worlds of Marvel coming to the Disney Wish.
It's a boat, Bahamas. Family at a table, laughing. They look at a canister and a small man is running
It's
under
so
their
loud.
feet. Then it gets bigger, and then he presses buttons, and the light turns red. There's a small, large cupcake now, very, very large cupcake that has grown at the table. Here's what I took away from the short 34-second video. It's like a Brazilian steakhouse where you press a button to change the color of the lantern at your table to decide, but instead of steak, it's cupcakes. And the cupcakes come to your table at an amazing clip to where you get them until you're full.
Right.
Maybe the cupcakes are steak. I wasn't quite sure. I didn't get to look too deep at the cupcake. I could rewind if we need to.
Let's just say, if you are a huge Marvel, or I should say MCU fan, this is like a unique Disney cruise or Disney Wish only experience to be had. Why would they do that? Well, it's like gatekeeping. It's like you can only experience this Ant-Man and the Wasp experience if you're eating at this specific restaurant.
If
on
you're
this
not seasick.
specific, yeah. Actually, you know what? Good point, because there were quite a few of the cruise ship dinners that I skipped because we were on the open sea, and it is very nauseating.
But so being on a boat only matters when it's light outside, right? And then the rest of the time, it's pure darkness outside. So who cares where you are? You could be in another galaxy.
No. It definitely matters where you are, Kyle, especially if it's dark. Because
absolutely
if there are waves and like big waves, then you're crashing around and you have no clue where you are.
But that's the point.
That's scary.
That's the mystery. That's the experience they want to give
bad
you.
On a cruise ship.
Isn't the whole Marvel universe is centered around like bad things happening and then people come and save you. So is that,
so you're saying,
do I choke on a cupcake and then Ant-Man comes and gives me the Heimlich?
From inside your esophagus.
From inside my body. He goes small, crawls down my throat, then grows big.
And pushes out the food.
And as he's jumping out of my mouth, he regrows and then eats the cupcake that he found in my stomach.
Thanks, Paul Rudd. No, Kyle. I gotta say, mystery on a cruise ship is not a good thing. Those don't go together really well. Pretty sure
there's no windows. There's no windows in this location.
What?
There's no windows.
Oh, on the Disney cruise?
On the Disney cruise. There's no windows.
Everything's just a screen.
It's all screen.
You don't actually leave the port. You just stay on a boat.
Two ideas. Two big ideas. Here, Disney, if you're listening, these are the two cruises that you need to have in 2022. Mm-hmm. Forget the MCU.
Oh.
The first cruise that you need is an entirely Wall-E-themed cruise that is the end of the Wall-E movie, where it's them floating in space and you don't have to walk anywhere. You sit on the little hover things and they boop, 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 boop around on the boat.
Okay, that's the middle of Wall-E, though.
Whatever, same thing.
The end of Wall-E is pretty grim.
I usually turn it off towards the very end.
So when
the credits are done, that's when I turn it off.
I think that goes for everybody.
Wall-E themed, do it.
Okay.
Just the really
What's number two?
Number 2.
Toilet.
I'm not going to do it. The second one that you do. It's the Death Star, but the inside of the Death Star.
Toilet.
Death Star doesn't have windows.
What do you mean? What do you mean it's the inside of the Death Star? Like the engine room? Like the guy in the big helmet going like putting his fist down like
That's right. Firing at other ships, other cruise ships that you find. And
using the power of a star.
It's the goings on of the inside of the Death Star.
Holy cow.
And that's it. And you'll finally get to find out what a Death Star cafeteria looks like. Because they got to have a lot of them, right? Multiple decks, food provided.
It's one. No. There's one cafeteria in the Death Star, and
it's in the middle.
It's in the. It's called the Death Mess Hall Star. Man, could you imagine having to feed? Hold on, let's type that.
How many people?
People on the Death Star.
This got to be a lot,
this
right?
Is great to Google search. The first Death Star is depicted in various sources to have a crew of 265,000. Guy almost spit out his beer, as well as 52,000 gunners, 607,000 troops, 31,000 stormtroopers, 43,000 ship support staff, and 180,000 pilots and support crew.
Okay, that's so much pizza. That's so much pizza.
The Death Star Domino's is just off the hook.
Lit up. Yeah, absolutely.
That's great.
But in cafeterias, there's always pizza day, right? Just the sheer
it's Friday
volume.
and it's square pizza.
Yes. No, round, circular, spherical pizza.
The spherical.
Somehow they do it. I don't know how.
That'd be great.
That's what I'm saying. Magnificent. It's all themed. It's so many people. You got to know. You got to know what it's like.
Hold on a second. Wait, are you proposing that there is a 265,000 person cruise?
I don't know how big these boats are, so I'm.
That's like the size of.
I'm just guessing.
What's
the Death Star.
I'm trying to guess what population. I mean, it's like Modesto actually. Modesto's like about 210,000.
Okay. All right, it's like 2 AT&T stadiums.
It's not AT&T. No. Oh,
what's
what?
it called
Dallas?
Now? Yeah, the big one. The big one they made.
Yeah. No. That one's like 90,000.
Close enough.
Population 265,000. And U.S. Census Bureau quick facts, Fort Wayne is actually about 270,000. Boom. Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Great.
Moving
Wonderful.
on, Kyle, we're going to do today's special.
I wasn't ready for this, obviously.
Well, there we go. I'm prompting.
Can we just use that? Can we? No. It's fine. Whatever.
Today's special is National American Beer Day. I've already celebrated.
Very clearly.
This is like right in your wheelhouse, Kyle. October 27th.
Stop. Where in your house do you put wheels? And also, is the house only for wheels?
Yes, it's called a garage. There just happens to be
So this
another
is-
part of a car.
This is
attached.
right in my garage. You're saying this is in my garage.
Yeah,
I
this
don't
is-
have a garage. Did you know that I don't have a garage?
Who cares?
I have a barn.
That could be a garage.
I have a concrete slab. I have lots of rocks, but I don't
Ooh,
have a garage.
rock house.
Okay.
Kyle, how many National Beer Days are there? This is from nationaltoday.com. While we're of the mind that any day can be a National Beer Day,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are a few of note worth mentioning, including International Beer Day, which is on August 2nd,
Mm-hmm.
National Beer Day, which is April 7th, and
Right.
National Beer Can Appreciation Day, which is January 24th.
There's definitely others, but I won't tell you how I know that, but I do.
Goody. Did you know that in 1587, colonists in Virginia worked together to create the first American brewed beers? So, 434 years ago.
What are you in first grade?
I don't think first graders can do that kind of math.
I'm pretty sure they could.
No.
Way better.
Wait,
way
what?
better.
No
way better
way.
than
Hold on.
I ever could.
Hold on. No.
I'm 13. I'm 13.
I'm 35. I'm your dad. No! I'm your soup dad.
Wait. Hold on. I hate this.
That's the name of the episode.
You couldn't just leave it.
Nope.
Couldn't just leave it.
Nope.
Okay.
Speaking of
Whatever.
American beers, Kyle,
Yeah,
in
all right.
1852, Anheuser-Busch is founded as Bavarian Brewery. Now the number one beer producer in America, the company reports it commands 46% of U.S. beer sales. Yikes. That's a lot. 46%? Holy cow.
Sure. No comment. I can no longer I cannot confirm nor deny the statistics that are
Okay.
being presented on this program.
Sure. Kyle. Anyway, so we're going to celebrate by drinking American beers, right?
Too late.
Oh, wait, too late. Oh yeah, we're definitely
Tomorrow.
definitely a beer in.
But it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. Don't drink in the morning. This is a morning show, but don't drink in the morning. Wait until the evening or the afternoon
Or don't.
and eat a hot dog and a beer and watch the World Series. Wait, no, is that tomorrow? I don't know.
It was today. It started today.
I wasn't watching. I was watching the Warriors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about that. But what they do care about is food news. A&W's 3/9 burger clarifies it's bigger than a quarter pounder. That was the sound of 4.5, maybe 5 just massive meaty fingers slapping the forehead of one Kenny.
Oh my gosh. The thing is, like, the whole decision making behind this promotion makes total sense. Why they would want to call it, or why they would want to promote the 3/9 burger, right, instead of the third pound. Because for some reason, Americans wouldn't understand that a third is bigger than a fourth. Well, 4 is bigger than 3. Wouldn't a quarter pounder be bigger than a third? Just eat it. Just eat the burger.
Eat it and it explodes in your mouth.
Three nines.
Let's-
That's
In the 1980s,
We're gonna listen to a bear.
A&W launched an advertising campaign to promote a new third-pound burger. It was bigger and beefier than the competition's puny quarter-pound option. And the price was the same. So how come nobody bought it? Turns out, Americans are just terrible at math. Like, really bad. Everybody thought that 1/3 was smaller than 1/4 because, 4 is bigger than 3.
I just said that.
The whole thing went down in history as a huge marketing fail. And we've spent the last 40 years crunching the numbers. Our best mathematicians working day in and day out, trying to crack the uncrackable code, solving the insolvable equation to claw our way back from this embarrassing episode. And we've done it. Introducing the A&W 3 Nights Burger. It's bigger. Genius.
So I'm going to go get it.
Yeah, that sounds great. That guy has a perfect voice, by the way.
Hey, you know what? Whatever. It's not a competition.
The promo image here that I'm seeing in this Apple News article though is not so great. I feel like the 3 Nines burger patties don't really match the bun size. Is that just me?
Big buns.
Big buns.
Big buns. Big buns.
I don't like big buns. I cannot lie.
You can't lie. No. Play the sound. Play the sound right now. DiGiorno is releasing a frozen pizza covered in mac and cheese.
I don't know. I don't know about this.
Why? Did you see
I'm looking at it.
in the cheese?
No. Hold on a second.
The mac. The cheese.
Looking at it as it's heated up in this image here, looks great. But of course, this is literally the best it's ever gonna look. Can I just say that? What DiGiorno releases as their promo image, that's as good as it's ever gonna look, right? So it can really only go down from there. And I gotta say, the fact that the mac and cheese in this image is not like toasted on top is a little discerning. Like, how? What is it?
Is a soup? It is soupy
It
season.
looks like soup, man. It doesn't look like mac and cheese, like a mac and cheese casserole where you get like toasted bits on the top. It doesn't look right. I'm not crazy, am I? I understand like mac and cheese pizza it'll taste great, but I don't know. People are not going to get this right. You're going to put this in the oven and you're going to burn it real quick, or you're not going to cook it enough. And I feel like the middle ground doesn't look good.
If you want to try it, the company is running a giveaway. You must enter by today.
Oh my gosh. What?
Right now.
Oh my gosh.
Go drop whatever it is you're doing. Go and do it. Enter the giveaway.
I'm doing it now. DiGiorno. Wait.
You might be able to get one.
Play.keeplifedelicious.com. Oh my gosh. Who bought that domain?
The horrific Nestle company, who, frankly, you probably shouldn't buy their products, but at this point it's very difficult to avoid.
It's asking my age as 18 to 34 or 35 plus. The soup
You're
told
35.
me I'm 35 plus.
You're
so
35. The soup said you're 35.
I agree to receive emails from Nestle. Oh, shoot. I don't agree that. Oh, good. Okay, I can still enter. It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno mac and cheese pizza. While you're waiting, click here to learn more about our delicious fresh baked pizza.
I do have breaking news. Do you have a breaking news sound?
Yeah.
Where's the Tylenol?
Close enough. You get a free Doritos Locos taco from Taco Bell thanks to baseball.
Oh, what?
there was a stolen base that happened in the World Series.
Okay.
And now you can get a free taco.
I can get a free taco. Doritos Locos Taco on what date?
I'm reading.
Okay.
This is breaking
news.
just now. It's happening right now. No purchase. That's right. No purchase is required. It's you just go to your loco Taco Bell and
Oh my gosh, this episode is off the rails.
I have no idea when you're supposed to go.
I think it's November 4th.
No. You know what? Just sit in front of the Taco Bell until they
camp
do it.
out until they're like,
keep asking.
Just take it.
You know what? Forget the steal a base, steal a taco. Just go ask for one.
Steal one.
Just see if they will. See if they'll give one to you. You know?
Yeah.
Just
nicely.
Ask nicely.
Please.
That's all it takes these days. Candy corn bratwurst are selling out in Wisconsin.
You definitely included like a weird link here. Mine says British man attempts Guinness World Record by visiting 51 pubs in one day.
Correct.
What? Wait, what? 20-mile pub crawl?
Can we talk about how horrible Apple News is real quick?
Yeah.
It's bad.
It's not great right now.
It's trying to just get a link to a thing of a story next to impossible.
Yeah.
Linking to the same thing, in fact, that was put in here. The brats, made with meat, beer, seasonings, and 2 bags of candy corn. Like, where's that, Apple News?
Let's just hypothesize and theorize how a candy corn bratwurst would taste.
You ever had like the cheddar bratwurst kind of,
filled
cheddar jalapeno? It's got the things inside.
Yeah.
But you bite into part of it and the cheddar just comes oozing out of like an orifice that's on the inside of the brat.
I'm just thinking about like a
cheddar pustule, just waiting for you to bite into it.
Only people who like to pop their own zits like to eat
cheddar bratwurst. I mean, you know what?
What? Why would you put a candy corn? No.
Hot liquid candy corn inside.
That's
waiting.
vomit. That's vomit, right? That's vomit.
It's sweet.
No. It's vomit. That's it. That's the end of it. There's no question in my mind that the taste of hot candy corn is just vomit. It's just what you taste when it comes back up.
Burger King of the future. Future.
I added this, Kyle. Yes, the Burger King of the future with 100% meat-free menu debuts in Spain.
I love it.
Yeah, with the climate apocalypse approaching, might this be the future of fast food?
Yes.
So they have the plant-based Whopper, they have the vegan Royale, which is like their original chicken sandwich. Or I should say the vegetarian butcher, and it was unveiled in 2018, and quickly they inked a deal with Burger King International to put its burgers, chicken-ish patties, and nuggets on menus in 25 countries. But Spain is the one, for 1 month only, to get the potential Burger King of the future mantra here. They will have a 100% plant-based menu, and I don't like this. The menu features a plant-based Whopper, a long vegetal sandwich is what they're calling the original chicken sandwich. I don't know about that. The vegetarian butcher's crispy, crunchy little peckers nuggets. I don't like saying those words together.
Nope. Nope.
So the concept is plant-based. It's not vegan per se, because the sandwiches include egg-based mayonnaise.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Right. So this means that if you're a vegan looking to get your Whopper on, you'll need to settle for a drier mayo-less burger, which I always do, which is disappointing to this article. Nah, not really. Not really. You can go without mayo. I promise. It's okay. It's okay.
What about vegan mayo though? Would you get the vegan mayo? It's not the eggs.
What's vegan mayo? What is included in that?
It's mostly just, remember when I was discussing whether or not a can of garbanzo beans with the juice would be a soup?
So it's like hummus?
It's garbanzo liquid.
Garbanzo
Emulsified.
Liquid is the name of the worst band ever.
If we hadn't chosen a title for this episode,
It would be Garbanzo Liquid for sure.
absolutely.
So this
Can we
is
save that one? Maybe can we pocket that and take it to?
we just have to say it at the top of next episode, at the spooky episode.
Just know that's hey.
Sorry. Did I spoil something?
Absolutely.
All right. Oh gee whiz. This is the second time this year that a plant-based Burger King is popping up overseas. In June, a Burger King in Cologne, Germany, went totally meat-free for one weekend. This is going to be for a whole month, by the way. Yeah. So Burger King. Oh, sorry. This says that the company Burger King has pledged that they want to make at least 50% of their menu plant-based by 2031. So 10 years. They want half of their menu to be plant-based. I feel like that's an attainable goal. I feel like the fact that we are already into Impossible Burgers and Beyond Burgers and Impossible Nuggets or whatever they're called, the chicken products, I feel like they're on board. People aren't clamoring for like, I want the original fried chicken taste from Burger King or from McDonald's. No, just give me the stuff. If it costs the same, I'll take it. It's fast food, right? I'm not crazy. Am I? Am I crazy? I'm not crazy. Am I crazy?
We just need to go to Spain so that we can try it.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Taco Bell is working on new.
Is that the name of the company now? Taco Bell.
More or less.
There's a lot of letters in front of the T of Taco Bell. Just.
It's the secret phrase you have to say in order to get them to give you a Doritos Locos Taco. They are working on a $2 value menu.
Okay, so not the dollar menu. Now that's the double dollar menu.
It hasn't really been a dollar menu
do I have to use a $2 bill?
Absolutely, yes.
Oh, those are not
Definitely.
common. Those are pretty rare.
No, they are very, very common these days.
No way. No.
There are entire.
Show me one.
There are entire.
Go ahead, put it on the camera, Kyle.
Honey, get the $2 bill.
The $2. So you only have one in the house.
We were sent a $2 bill in the mail from some kind of direct mail campaign that is feeding these $2 bills into circulation.
Is it Taco Bell? Sorry.
Through
Taco Bell?
Maybe. If Taco Bell wants me to open a new credit card in my name, could be.
Kyle, I think you just tapped into the next fast food innovation.
Credit cards. $2 bills, you eat them.
Yes, the $2 bill, the edible $2 bill. No. Fast food locations, yes, they have like rewards and they have apps. But no. We need like designated payment options, like the Wendy's card. Or
It's called a gift. It's a gift card. It's
No,
a gift
no, no,
card.
no, no.
It's Starbucks.
Gift card.
It's what Starbucks does. It's Starbucks money.
now
It's fake. It's
Starbucks
Bitcoin,
has,
but it's for Starbucks money. It's Starbucks Bitcoin only.
Starbucks does have a good system because you earn points by spending real money, and then you can use those points to buy stuff at Starbucks, which is, yes, it's rewards, but you don't have to use real money anymore. You just hold up your barcode of your Starbucks app and your money is tied to it. If these other other fast food places, do they do that other than the rewards programs? I don't think so.
Have you ever walked down a grocery aisle next to that end cap that's literally only gift cards?
Gift cards? No. Gift cards, you have to use real money to buy gift cards. I'm talking about stuff.
Where does this this is Bitcoin. You're mining the tacos, you're turning the tacos into currency.
The more tacos I eat, the more money I earn. It needs to be a cycle of if I give my loyalty to Taco Bell, they will reward me with more Taco Bell, and it's a vicious cycle.
So your body's like a NASCAR, and you decide where Taco Bell goes on it, and that seals your allegiance to the Taco Bell Corporation.
If one of the rewards through the Taco Bell rewards program is if I tattoo the logo on my body, I get free tacos for 3 years or something.
Hold on, 3 years.
I don't know what the transfer rate is for tacos for tattoos. Could I have the Taco Bell instead, please? I mean, that is the question. That's when I get tattooed, right? Can I have the Taco Bell instead? That is literally the tattoo that Kenny is now tattooing to his body.
Is it like a circle, like across here?
It's, no, because I have to show it. So it's definitely around my neck. Just like undo my neckline here. Or I lift my sleeve and it's just written on my arm.
All the way down your arm, yeah.
Can I have the Taco Bell with the pauses included? Could I have the Taco Bell instead, please?
It's could I have the Taco?
Could I have the Taco Bell instead, please? Which insinuates that there was a question asked beforehand. Who knows? Who knows?
I don't know either. I'm so glad this episode's over.
Kyle is just so
oh my gosh. I'm so glad.
No. You are so excited for the spooky episode. Kyle was so happy that I've been missing for 2 weeks. He hasn't had to count down other episodes.
We've talked about it. We've talked about just making this show only spooky episodes. But we had to have a soupy before we had a spooky.
Oh my God.
So now we're here. Tune in next time for something very special. It's in the Taco Bell bag.
Behind my head.
To find out behind your head,
there
next to your bed.
Yeah. Oh. And
Taco
some man
Bell.
named Fred in the corner.
Could you have the Taco Bell instead? We'll find out.